I won't be back, but here we are again. The road to Roubaix. Sometimes riding, sometimes walking. I am in Bosnia. Always in ultra. One moment you want to crash and the other you have the most amazing car. Always this philosophical moment. Nobody has answers. Everything started in Roubaix in France. This year a special edition, the 10th edition, starting in the famous velodrome of Roubaix. You have to create your own route. You have 6 control points along the way: Belgium, Slovenia, Bosnia, Kosovo, and then Turkey with Çanakkale, finishing in Istanbul, more than 4,000 kilometers, crossing Europe from west to east. On the way to the Boulangerie, we are in Roubaix for the start of the Transcontinental Race number 10. I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm doing this again. But let's see how it goes from Roubaix all the way to Istanbul. Ready for TCR.
Sorry for crashing the video.
So we are here waiting for the check-in on the bikes. We already got the cab number 295B. And then checking that everything is okay with the bikes with another pair.
Hey! How many days are you targeting?
5.
Okay, we are here with the last year's winners of the couples category in TCR 9, TCR 10. They are looking to win again. This is Sherry, Garian, both Farah ambassadors and stellar winner. What are your expectations for the race this year?
Making it to Istanbul and not dying of a heat stroke.
Do you think you will beat your time from last year?
Last year was shorter, so it's a bit more difficult with more than 200 kilometers, but we will try our best and just having an adventure. I think that's the most important.
What do you think is going to be the most exciting part of the race?
The most exciting part is probably going back to Bosnia and Montenegro and then first time Kosovo. I think that's going into the unknown. That's going to be pretty interesting.
And what do you think is going to be the worst part of it?
Turkey, definitely the gravel parkour. I mean, they say it's an all-road race, so suited for an all-road bike, I guess. So let's see how the Farah goes on that hard gravel. TCR number 10, here we go, from Roubaix to Istanbul.
Start parkour was kind of as expected in a way and unexpected in a TCR way. The neutralized start was a good idea. It was very, very narrow, and after the official start it just mayhem broke loose.
Everybody went full gas on the cobbles. I was getting dropped like a stone in every climb, but I thought to myself, don't get excited. I've done these climbs before in a trip and I knew the Koppenberg was coming with 22%. It could really mess up your knees, so just stay calm and wait for the night. The first night was good, we were making good progress, but we had some mechanicals on the first climb and we had to stop, but after that we managed to continue and arrive to El Mur, the first checkpoint, and also the end of the first parkour. After that you could just follow your route, which made it easier, less chaotic and less people around. The race starts at 8 p.m, so you are kind of forced to ride through the night. We started to make our way from Belgium into Luxembourg, which was the most popular choice among the riders. The field was still pretty close with the leaders, just a few hours ahead. But nobody tells you that you can lose the race before it even starts. Planning is really important. We spent months planning the route. I don't know how many hours I spent on Komoot, taking on zooming in and out on the trail view, looking for new routes, changing it because of all the banned roads. Maybe it was the year that had the most banned roads. So I think the biggest challenge, more than physical, was logistically.
Good morning, day 2 of the Transcontinental race. Now in Luxembourg, survived the start parkour, which was a leg breaker. Let's see how it goes.
We had a little issue with the files, so we mixed the files with old ones and we ended up in France when our intention was to go to Germany. All of a sudden it's like, okay, we are in France.
What happened?
We messed up the GPS files. Going to France. At least more pictures. Let's see. It's an adventure, right? Some electrolytes and chamois bath. Important. My booty hurts.
Vamos, vamos.
Vamos, vamos. All the niggles are coming out now.
Good morning, day 2. Adjusting some aero bars at nearly 1 a.m. We had a rest for a few hours, well, 4 hours, and now back on the road. So tired. Aero bar coming off.
Day 2, 1 a.m. Here we go. Morning, day 2 of the Transcontinental race. Let's have a bit the route on the elevation. It's a big climb, and now towards let's see what we do, improvising or following. Cycle lane, perfect one. Change of plans, now in Ulm.
Bike repairs.
We originally planned to go over the Großglockner, but then looked at weather forecast, temperatures and the pure elevation and decided to change that. And so I changed the route in one of the files, and Sherry was working on another file, so we were working in different files, and I thought we merged the files, but yeah, that was obviously not the case. And when we entered France, I realized, hey, we were not supposed to get to France. And that's when I realized we're riding on one of our draft files and not on our actual race file. Well, of course it was too late, so we kind of had to stick with it, which yeah, led to a lot of navigation with the telephone and like rerouting and things like that. So it was a bit of a shocker just after the knee pain kicked in. So yeah, it was more adventurous until Austria than we expected.
Today we ended up in Munich. So many traffic lights.
We changed our plan and decided to go to the other pass that everybody was going through, following the route through Munich. We had different routes prepared.
Day 3 of the Transcontinental race, following the Mozart Radweg to Salzburg, Celaroros 3. Let's see where we end up. Having a dip now. 390 kilometers already done. I'm exhausted. Stop at Lidl to resupply. Made it to Salzburg. Best part of the day, all the dog watchers that came to cheer up along the way. Day 4, raining. At least drizzling now.
We slept in a hotel in Salzburg on the third night. Luckily, because there was a storm at night, we actually decided to sleep an hour longer, like 4 or 5 hours, waiting for the storm to pass. But in the morning was still raining for a few hours and we got our bib shorts wet.
Today, rain, rain, rain.
We started to catch some riders who slept outside, but Gerion was having knee pain, so it was difficult to push it in the climbs. Normally he always drops me, but in this case I had to wait for him.
A bit of break from the rain in Austria, so beautiful.
First 2 days where I was thinking about scratching actually, because my knee was really swollen and really bad. So I actually had to walk a few climbs like the Katzberg in Austria, which was a bit frustrating, and I didn't think that I would make it to Istanbul at that point, to be honest.
After that, it was a bit more straightforward. We continued to Slovenia. I love Slovenia. It's always so beautiful. The weather was really good.
So, where are we now and what do we have in mind?
So we are now near the Mangart, trying to make it to the parkour before the storm. Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Okay,
Okay.
go. Turning right.
Going to Slovenia now. We did the same route last year. Climbing up to the Mangar. Tough climb. But making progress. Let's try to make it before the rain. Tough day. Epic views.
The second parkour actually starts at the top of the Mangar, so first you have to climb up, you have to go through a barrier. Normally that's where cyclists are allowed. It was a bit tricky, but we managed, and after that you have to go around and then descend and do another climb before the checkpoint.
Here we are, top of Mangar.
Here.
Tough.
Getting chillier.
Somebody else coming up.
I'm a really bad descender, so Gerion went ahead. He's super fast and he just waits for me at the bottom, maybe start resupplying on water. I just take my time.
Into the night. I guess this is the second monster of the day.
After that, we started to climb towards the checkpoint. We made it there at night. We had amazing volunteers there. It was super fun. They even had Haribo, and then finally found a hotel to check in and have a good night of sleep. Huh? 295?
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, amazing volunteers.
CP1
Yeah, exactly.
with the amazing volunteers.
Thank you. Okay, take some gummies.
Help yourself.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Take some for
Day 5 from Slovenia towards Bosnia and Herzegovina, where the second parkour and checkpoint is. There were not many options, so you had to go basically through Slovenia and then cross into Croatia. It was pretty straightforward and the border crossing was really good. It was super efficient and we chose a similar route to the one we did last year.
Day 5 of the Transcontinental race in Slovenia. Early morning birds. After being cooked after yesterday, the parkour was brutal, those climbs. I mean, first the Mangar and then 10 kilometers at like 15%, all black, destroyer. Let's see how today goes, hopefully more flat.
Oh wow.
Nice also to have a mental break from the main roads. And finally, countryside in Slovenia. It's good for the mind to have quieter roads for a while. Making progress but scorching hot. Slovenia, definitely one of my favorite countries.
Gas station break.
In Slovenia, they even have tools. You can feel already the strong wind coming from Croatia.
And it was a quick crossing then to Croatia. Of course, there's always the Croatian wind from the front. I mean, you just know that you are approaching Croatia. But it was a better experience than last year. Last year we had a lot of issues there with the heat, with the wind. We even stopped in a hotel randomly in the middle of the day. This time was smooth sailing.
Bosnia. We are now in Banja Luka, the start and finish of Bihar.
Okay.
So we are in Banja Luka. Don't watch it.
Bosnia, it felt like Bihar all over again. We were in Jelačnica, so the Olympic ski resort during Bihar. And we actually saw the start of the parkour when we were there, and we're thinking like, oh my God, it must be pretty horrible to go up there. Chunky gravel and like a lot of elevation.
Day 6. Friday of the Transcontinental Race in Bosnia, in time for the sunrise. Really beautiful, this area. Bosnia always makes me cheerful. Making progress, 150k done.
AM.
9 AM in Bosnia. It's like our TCR Rumble.
We followed a similar route through Bosnia than last year, but this time we had to be creative because of the banned roads. We had to find an alternative way around it. It was a bit tricky to find. We had a lot of hiking, some rambling, trying to find a way, going over cheap gates. So we were happy we were there in daylight, but it was a good choice.
In TCR you gotta be creative. When you come to Bosnia, you have to try this burek. Avoiding the main road, the banned road, is a piece of art.
Hot. The second parkour was in Bosnia, of course gravel.
So we were prepared for pretty much the worst after what happened in Peshkopi last year.
Last year, Peshkopi broke me. And this year I was like, this won't happen again, so I practiced my gravel skills. I was determined to ride this parkour no matter what.
Second parkour, of course, gravel. Steep up.
And it was super beautiful. Bosnia has a special place in my heart. I don't know, the landscape, the people, they are so nice. And the gravel parkour was very beautiful, and I managed to ride most of it. I only walked parts of it, and it was during the sunset, so we managed to do the technical part before it got dark, but we didn't know what was ahead.
Sometimes riding, sometimes walking. Even people says it on commute.
We saw you earlier on the parkour. And
You had a what is this cut through like a shortcut.
yeah,
Shortcut.
But the worst was still to come. It was not the parkour, but the way out of the parkour. Oh my God. So they give you two options. So one could be like going down the parkour and then up again on the road, like a massive climb, like wow, like a wall, or riding a horrendous gravel road. I mean, it was worse than the parkour. I was like, oh, the parkour is not that bad. And then boom, in the night, the gravel road, TCR style, of course.
How about the Jabu? With Peshkopi.
it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Okay. The Jabu. TCR sunrise. So, at least we get the views. Let's go. From Bosnia. Just got out of the parkour, right? Trying to find our way. It was tough, but it was good that I studied. Thanks to Komoot Trail View. Check out the video. That means I'm still in a good mental state. Here we are. Some locals. Moo. Hello. Parkour was tough, but not as bad as Peshkopi. So, or at least I improved my gravel skills. And a cow, careful with the cow. Heavy traffic.
I was like, oh, we're never gonna make it out of here. But this time I kept calm and we managed to make it out of there and then headed towards border crossing that was actually a bit tricky because we went Serbia, then again to Bosnia, then Serbia again, and then to Montenegro to cross to Kosovo. So, I mean, in TCR, you learn about everything, even geopolitics.
Towards Visegrad or Bihar. Look different in Bihar. Didn't appreciate how beautiful it is. My favorites in Bosnia, Kajama. So hot. Hello. Okay. Let's do it. We are in Serbia. Yeah. Serbia. Hit mode. Always the same. Currently in Serbia, making our way to Montenegro. Really, we have no one. Just having the that place kind of holds you up.
What's going on?
We are going to Kosovo now. Wanted to do the big climb to Rosé at night because it's so hot during the day. So let's see how it goes. Day 7 of the Transcontinental race from Roubaix to Istanbul. Currently going towards Kosovo, making progress. We always get nice sunrises. So let's see how it goes. If you haven't noticed, I have not posted much because I didn't have internet, so here are the highlights.
I think the biggest surprise and hidden gem was the descent to Kosovo was like a really amazing gorge. We had it at sunrise, a smooth descent, was super beautiful. I was surprised about the really good infrastructure in Kosovo. It was a quick day though. We were only there for a day, and then we were lucky because they had to change the parkour because there was like a car race in the road of the parkour.
So what's going on?
There's a parkour deviation. So let's see. So far better, I think. But it's so hot. Wow. Parkour 3. Checkpoint?
3.
3?
No.
Checkpoint 3 in the heat.
It's 4 a.m. in the morning. What just happened?
My SRAM shifter battery died. Of course, in the middle of the night. Luckily, we're still conscious enough to know what to do. Be careful, there's a car.
Okay.
On the other side.
Bit of a shocking moment, huh?
Yeah. Good morning, day 8 of the Transcontinental race. Resupplying now for the night, currently in North Macedonia. See you in the next one.
Then we continue to North Macedonia. Sunrise! One of our favorite countries from last year edition. It went really fast. We did it at night, so it was not hot. And then to Greece. I mean, when we crossed to Greece, I don't know why. I was happy to be back in the European Union and I started crying.
Happy to be in the European Union. Careful, careful.
I don't know. For me, Greece is like a safe heaven, even though I always have a breakdown there.
Now currently in Greece is scorching hot, like it hurts in the sun. Resting, riding conservative and making the most when it's possible. Now the heat battle starts, but making progress towards Istanbul. We just have dinner in an amazing Greek bakery. That was a bucket list thing, was dreaming. Pushing to Greece just for this. And the views. Ay. Found Greek honey. Food of champions. Get into the sea. Here we are! Turkey, finally! Painful, but I'm happy I didn't scratch. This is the best part.
What happened in Greece? Probably the biggest white lie in TCR history. Yeah, so we were having a bit of an issue with saddle sores in Greece, and we rode through the night to make it to the border in Turkey, and on the way there during the night we had a little intermezzo with street dogs.
There was a dog that chased us and I crashed. I had honey in my pockets. Luckily, it was like an airbag, but then I was really not motivated. And the day after, it was super hot. Then there was an incident on the way to Turkey that we had headwind and I had open saddle sores and honey in my bib shorts. I was like, I cannot keep doing this. It's like, why am I doing this? Why putting myself through this again? We went to a hotel randomly during the day, of course, as usual. And then when I woke up, I was like, okay, let's continue. Let's see how it goes. I had a shower, so I felt much better. And we decided to push it to Turkey. Always in ultra, one moment you want to scratch and the other you have the most amazing part. Always these philosophical moments. Nobody has answers. Made it to the ferry with no time to spare, time trial to get here on the way to Çanakkale. This year, epic sunsets crossing to Çanakkale. Day 10 towards the parkour port in Turkey. We crossed to Turkey and the gravel started. When there's tarmac in Turkey, it's really good. When there's no tarmac, be prepared for the gravel. I was happy I had my suspension same and 32mm tires because it was like all the time. We took an alternative road through Kesan and some small villages. It was really nice because we really got to immerse ourselves into the cultures and explore the little villages maybe not many people go. And we made it to Çanakkale. Then we slept at the checkpoint. We had a really good kebab. I mean, that was our only real meal during the race. We had mostly honey, snacks, Haribo, gels, and the only real meal was the kebab in the checkpoint in Çanakkale. We had a really good night of sleep. We wanted to tackle the parkour in the morning because after last year I said I'm not doing a gravel parkour at night again. Parkour, or if you don't have enough gears, you end up walking. Deja vu of walking river gorges. No. So first, you think, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, there's road, and then boom. They always do that. Give you a false sense of security and then send you in the gravel. I'm making progress. Let's see how it goes. Race as a sheep. I have some fans in Turkey, yeah? In ultras, take whatever you can. We found some bread after the gravel parkour. Oh, there's nothing. Good morning, day. I don't know. I think 11. We are now in Turkey in the mountains. It gets so cold. That's really unexpected. It's really warm during the day, but really cold during the night, but especially sunrise. But we always get nice sunrises. Finally, Turkish bakery. Hopefully, that sunset of this year in
Izmir! TCR sunsets having been.
Then we had the last parkour towards Istanbul, but I told Garion, let's take a hotel because there's gonna be something really bad at the end. I knew it from last year. Never think you can roll easily into the finish line. So we decided to take a hotel. I was tempted to engage in the battle for the top 15 during the night. We saw all the guys passing by during the day. But I said, no, let's take a rest. I don't know if I'm gonna do this ever again. So I wanna enjoy it and finish it on a high note. So we took a hotel, slept a few hours, and then tackled the parkour. And of course there was gravel. Yeah, wait for it, washout, descents. It was like and we had the only mechanical of the race, a flat tire.
Hopefully, last sunrise. This year, always I knew they have the worst for the end. Never trust. Hopefully, last sunrise of the Transcontinental race, but epic.
The atmosphere at the finish line was amazing, so I was happy we finished during the day. You had like some of the riders there cheering up, and it was super cool. This year we decided to stay for the finisher party. It's such an amazing experience, very different to any other ultra race I've done. For me, it's not like a race, it's like a experience of a lifetime. I mean, you experience so many cultures, you see so many countries all at once. You cannot appreciate that when you do one race at a time, because you see how the continent change, you change as the journey goes on. So this is the journey from Roubaix to Istanbul.